the track. Backwoods gunning, hitting birdies by the pack. Everywhere we go to the back. Backyard bar, serving jars full of batch. Back under the moon with the tailgate back. In the back of the saloon where the jukebox sat. Out back where the force is slick, there's a circle in the middle of a field where a bonfire's lit. Cup full of shine, Copenhagen in my lip. Now I'm dipping sideways, probably wake up in a ditch. So crank that music into the night and crack that beer and raise it high. Stack little blonde on a midnight ride. Take her back to the country for a real good time. Everything we do it out back. Backyard, half-charred ribs on a rack. Back road running, getting dirty on the track. Backwoods gunning, hitting birdies by the pack. Everywhere we go to the back. Backyard bar, serving jars.
There we go. Sorry, John, had to hold on. Sorry, John, had to hold on. Had to fix it. All right. Had to fix it. Welcome to the ball game. Let me turn this down. Welcome to the ball game. Let me turn this down. Welcome to the ball game. Yeah, I've got no clue. It actually turned off the mic through the computer. Yeah, I've got no clue. It actually turned off the mic through the computer. Too loud here. Alright. Yeah, we got that fixed. Hey, friends and fellow builders, it's Bobblehead from the Bobblehead Scale Rod Shop coming to you live on this wonderful Thursday night. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, not Eastern, Central Time. And as you can tell, I've cleaned up the desk. Actually, let me spin this around. Both of them got cleaned. Yeah! That rocks! Yeah, I seen that the coal was done. I really liked it. I haven't finished all the episodes, but I did see that you had finished it, and it looks really good. That brings me to last time everybody seen me building. I was working on my Roadrunner. Got to be careful with the Porsche parts that are already polished. And here she is. My beautiful 69 Roadrunner. I do have to put a plate on it. I just haven't found the one that I want. Doing another rod shop car. Cool. Here's the underside of the hood. Top side. I didn't glue the wheels. The front was on, and I think I need to. And I go and pop. Yeah, that'll have to be fixed. There's the engine bay. it was a fun build. It's was definitely one of the ones I wanted to finish. Oh, I like it. That's gonna be pretty. Um, Considering what I did on this Roadrunner, this is two different your craft paints mixed together and sprayed it out. It's just got a basic black interior with detail, paint detailing. Mostly everything's paint detailed, nothing high end. I'm gonna have to fix this in a little bit, but it was a fun build. I've never built a Roadrunner or GTX or anything Super Bs or anything like that, so I thought, why not give me something different? So that's what I have finished since the last time I was on, and what I'm working on. Yeah, I've actually found it easier. The only thing is I've got a very crabby neighbor, and the only side of the house that I can stick my paint booth and blow it out the house without having an issue is that side, and I can't do nothing. I have to I can't set it up and do anything because I got a neighbor that's a pain in the butt. So I just have to live with it and deal. But what I've been working on is the AMT 29 2-in-1 mod rod. '29 Ford Model A Roadster. And what I've done is I built the Red Ram Dodge Hemi. The frame, fenders, Roadster body is all painted the same color of blue. The windshield has been chopped 2 to 3 scale inches. I would say more along the lines of a 2.5 inch chop. The interior is black. The grill shell that I'm using is going to be this one out of another 29 kit. The factory grill shell is pretty cool, and I like how this looks. The only thing is that the way that it was in the mold, it had dimples here, and I sanded them off. Well, in sanding them off, it sands too far, and you have to take and go around the entire thing with the chrome pen, and it just came out in a silver. You got to think this mod rod is from the 50s, so there is lots of flash, and I mean, this is one of the pieces that there's nothing you can do. It's going to have flash. Yeah, I've got a tank on mine. I've only got a 1 gallon tank on my compressor. I haven't had it running in probably, that was the first time in probably 6 to 8 months, due to I just don't have the place to spray and paint, and uh, taking it over to my buddy's house is a major pain. Um, this color is the Tamiya um, intermediate blue. What do you call it? Testers wet look clear, and it gave me the gloss and look that I was going for. All in the same boat. I'm going for it's going. This is basically one of those. What do you call it? Not retro, but oh, no, I'm forgetting. Survivor cars that has been updated. Um, so I was actually trying to have this finished to go out to California with a buddy of mine, and I just didn't have the time. So I'm gonna have it ready for our show, and then I plan on going to California next year with him. So this will definitely go out to N&L West and Grand National Roadster Show next year, um, along with another hot rod that I'm planning. Um, so after this, though, is my Porsche. It is the old Hasegawa. I painted the underpiece, that aircraft aluminum that I really, really love. And due to it being cold, it started to gum up just a bit as I was painting. And in blowing it out the way that it did, it actually gave the undercarriage and the wheel wells and just the right proper look of an underneath piece. As you can see, it looks like it's been, it's a driven car. And that's solely what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to give it that street driven look. I'm not into the showy cars. The only thing showy that's going to be on it is the wheels. And I'm going to have them tucking up a little bit. So, but I took and polished it out with some Meguiar's, and I have to say it came out probably better than I thought it would, because the paint actually looked like it was semi-destroyed. I have not actually tried those paints, John. I do plan on trying them as soon as I get a chance. But like I said, I'm still trying to get a place to where I can paint and not have issues. So, but that's basically what I've been up to. As soon as the 29's done, this which I'm pushing. We have a club meeting next Tuesday, so I'm pushing to get this finished by then. And then I'll be working on the Porsche. And then after the Porsche, our club, the theme for our show is Firebird, so I'm going to go from the Porsche to the Firebird that I've been planning out. And then I've got one that I've got a van that I've got to work on. I'm still kind of daisy on what I want to do with it. It's the Little Red Wagon D100 van body. And I mean, I've been messing with it, but I got no clue. Oops. Huh. Yeah, I got no clue what to do with this van, and I got to have it ready for June. I was planning on doing it in sort of a lowrider style, but then I don't know. It's not that it hasn't come about, but then again, I just don't know what to do. I mean, it's different. I actually thought I knew what I want to do. Thank you, Ron. It's I don't know. It's got me tossed and turned on what to actually do with this thing, because I actually thought of just putting a straight, the slant six in it and doing it low rider style and sitting three wheeled, but you never know. I mean, so let me grab that real quick. Maybe you guys can give me an idea. Pro Street, that's the thing is, John, there's actually a few guys already doing it Pro Street, and I don't know, I've thought about Pro Touring it, but then again, I just don't see the look in it. But then again, if it's sitting three-wheeled like this, and with your stereotypical lowrider, do some wild, crazy lowrider paint, I think it would actually set it off. I'm also a big fan of the 70s van craze that carried over a little bit into the 80s and then came back again in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. That has progressed to where, it's got the JDM in it, and mean, my thing is, if I'm going for one look, I'm going to have to go full tilt boogie and get it the best that I can. I've also thought about doing setting this up as a gasser. I just don't know. It's been throwing me for a loop. Hey, Gerald. Yeah, one of the coolest vans I ever seen was my parents had a '78 Chevy Beauville, or it was a '79 Beauville van that they bought brand new in '78. And when we lived in Florida, we had a neighbor about 4 blocks over that had the same type of van. Theirs was a Beauville, multi-window, just like ours, except he had, which, I mean, I would say it was probably one of the first sets of 17-inch by 10s I've ever seen, but he had 17 by 10s on the rear and 16 by 8s in the front, and it was lowered, and it was just one of the realest, coolest vans I ever seen. And it just, I don't know. You know, that now you guys got me thinking, John. Maybe a shop truck with my shop name on it, done with a lowrider style. See if I can get somebody to print me out some tag to go name badging there and on the other side, and then come around it with different colors. Because I've definitely thought about doing like the main roof one color and then do all these indentions a different color. And whatever the indentions color is, do that down the center all the way around. Now you guys got me thinking. Okay, I'll have to look them up on Facebook. Where's my pen? Oh, never mind. Give me 1 second. That's okay, John. I'll take and pop them up. I've got quick find. One of the cool things about my new phone. But yeah, so that's what my plans are, what I've been working on. Mostly the 29 right now. Um, like the little, that's one thing is that these little seats that go in this truck. Cool, cool. I appreciate you there, John. Um, Makes me kind of want to put some different seats in, but I'll just put those in. And then paint the inside like a gray or something, and then come up with a. I still gotta finagle this a little bit, just because the way that it came out of the mold, it kind of stinks. Definitely needs some cleanup, to tell you that. Alright. Yeah, but that's about where I'm at and what I've been working on. Um, yeah, spell checks have been a pain in the butt for everybody in the last week there, John. No biggie, dude. I appreciate you. Um, 68, $75 for the 68 dart. Jiminy Christmas. What do you think it's made out of? Gold? And 45 to ship it? Yeesh. I gotta see what year my darts are. Maybe I could sell some. Hold on. I can say I've got one, but I don't know. I just don't know how much. If it's all there, let me check. Oh yeah, it's all here. Yeah, I've never been into Mopars myself, but I got this just because it's something different. I mean, I've got the 69 as well, so I thought for having a 68 and a 69, I ought to have it. I mean, I've seen them go on auctions for 20, 30 bucks, but if somebody's selling them for 75, holy moly. I could swear I had one that I was working on. Nope, that's a 64 330. Which that's in itself is a pain in the butt, let me tell you. See if I can pull it out. Nope, that's not it. Yep, that's it. 59 Cadillac. 59 Caddy with a Viper drivetrain? That's different. Yeah, this is my 64 Dodge 330. This is a long-term project. I think I've shown it on one of my previous videos. Oh, excuse me. Big and little tires. Give it that really menacing pro touring look. Tuck the rear bumper. Tuck the front bumpers. Separated the front bumper from the grill. Added a cowl induction style hood that is out of one of the Chevelle kits. And I'm going to have a clear piece so you can see through it. The drivetrain is Ferrari 330, I think. It's one of the Ferraris, anyways. Rear-wheel drive Ferrari, front engine, rear drive. And I've taken the windows, the little vent windows out. Now that'll be cool. That will definitely look different, John. But I'm building off of the firewall, building the entire those are the wheels that'll be on the back. Wheels for the front. Disc brakes all the way around. As you can see, have the inner frame structure. It will have full belly pan, independent front and rear suspension. I've added on to make the all the way to the back. I have to fill in the front, and then as far as that goes, it'll be done. Building the A-arms, the uppers and lowers. The front bumper and rear bumper will be painted to match the car. The hood is going to have 2 pins here and then be able to flip it forward. Bucket seats are resin. The rear seat is still the factory 330 rear seat, and it goes in perfectly. I just have to add a little bit to get it to the package tray. And then, as you can, I think, see, and then put basically the rest of the interior is going to be a stock looking interior. Minor upgrades to the dash, and I'll be calling it done. It's going to be a red leather interior. The entire body is going to be white. The window trim and everything will be normal chrome. Thank you. This was just to give you guys an idea how long I've been working on it. The first time that I seen the 64 Dodge 330, this was the very first kit on the shelf at the hobby shop. And that was the day that I bought it. And I had this kit sitting around for ever. And I was like, well, I think maybe it's time to actually do something with that kit and really just get it going. And then I started on it, got a little bit farther. I stopped, got a little bit more farther, stopped again, and it isn't that I have lost I haven't lost. I'd say I lost a little bit of interest in it, but I'm being very particular of how I build it, and so I'm kind of being patient as I'm building. I'm trying to do it so that when the final GSL comes, and I take this, and this, going on, oh man, I'd say 7-8 years project. Let me see. It's a Ferrari California that's underneath it. $1996. There's the box. So we're talking 12 years. And yeah, I could say it's a stopped project, but it's one of those projects that I'm not stopping on it. I'm just trying to get it to a point that it is that level. I really want this to be one of my most premier builds I've ever done. And I actually started a 65 Chevelle that is going to have the front suspension of the Corvette C5 or C5R racing car underneath it, along with the engine and the wheels, with custom made tires, of course. And it's been back halved so that it has a 4-link suspension under it. And that's another one that I'm working on. That's the one that, besides the Dodge van, that's the other big one. That's my other big one for the year. And I actually plan on it hopefully by June. But I'm thinking, if not June, it'll be probably September, October. And I've already named the Chevelle. It's called Hidden Agenda. And it's going to be something different. It'll look like it's stock on top, and then you look at the mirror and go, holy heck. But, yeah, so that's what I've been up to. And I seen a picture today. Somebody had posted, one of the artists that I follow, and I had bought a model. Let me go grab it, because I think I'll have you guys liking this. Oh yeah, I like sleepers too. I love the factory look with a little bit of underneath go power. And now, it doesn't have an interior, so I have to find one of them. But what I do have is I have that. I have the dash. And I have the front grille. And this is a 1960 DeSoto. And the other taillight's in the carrier. I thought I had the interior. No, I didn't have the interior. I need to find the interior. But a lot of people said, oh, you can use the 57 or 59 Chryslers and the interior doesn't fit. And I was like, oh, okay. This is the chassis. It's an old Johann. And I am not 100%, but I am very close as far as my idea, because I do not have a rear bumper. My idea is to, come on, get in there. Put a chin spoiler in the front. Make a race car type rear on the back. Drop it all the way low. Sand off the door handles. Get these fenders and this paint off of here. And make it really a pro touring car, with the exhaust coming out of the license plate hole. I gotta look for a few more parts for it, and then I'll get a little bit farther along on this. It is kind of a rare piece, so finding parts is going to be a little bit hard to do. But I have 3 good shows that I go to, which is 2 of my club shows, and the show in which is in Kansas City. I'll have to look at the caddy. I do have, I forget what it is, a Chrysler that I don't need any of the guts out of, or any of the guts or anything, because I use the body for something else. So, and that's the thing is, the Chryslers, the DeSotos, the Dodges, they almost had the same interior in every car. So, if I can just pick up a nicely beaten up one and have the interior bucket, I'm happy. So, yeah, I would put a motor under it, but I'm gonna have, if I do a motor and all that, I'd have to actually build the chassis, because the chassis on these old Johanns were an axle through, and it was a solid chassis. So I do appreciate it. I actually, with this picture, I wish I had it printed out that I could show. Here, let me see if it'll work. If you guys can see that. That's the idea. So there really isn't a bumper on it anymore. So yeah, I forget who it was. Wait a second, let me look it up. And while we're here, I do want to say happy 40th anniversary to the greatest show on the earth, Dukes of Hazzard. It's pretty cool seeing everybody get together and have a good time. Oh. Oh, it isn't even the weekend, and wonderful football things have already started. All right, catch you later, Ryan. Yeah, instantly when I seen the picture, I was like, "Whoa, that's definitely my DeSoto." Um, reason being, I didn't really have a plan with it. And then to see this picture, and I was like, "Boom!" Light went off, and I gotta remember where I was at when I was looking at it. Okay, we're getting close. Here we go. Getting into the same field of everything that I was looking at. It's just kind of weird on Facebook of how things, if you're looking at one thing and then you change to look at something else, or you want to go back and look at it about 4 or 5 hours later, oh gee, you can't look at it again. You got to go scroll through 2 days worth of stuff. And I mean, this guy does a lot of pictures, and they're really cool pictures like that. I will, John. I appreciate that. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Thought it was coming up. Whole Facebook likes to change everything up. I think it's funny. I've had the same picture pop up 3 times. Yeah, that's what I've been keeping up with, and yeah, there's a few. I went to look at a couple, and then I was kind of, I don't know if you want to say put off, or just didn't care for the way things looked and the way people were talking about it on one of the build offs, and I was like, I just walked away from it, turned it off. Hold on here. That's not it. Andreas Hoas Winnevold. He's an artist. http://wnlvd.com/ and this is a mix of a 61 Chrysler and a McLaren Senna. So, but he's got a lot of Pro Touring pictures and images, and I thought, why not use the DeSoto and do it that way? So, yeah, that's the thing with me is, to me, YouTube is a free community, and it's us friends getting together. It's a way for us across the country, across the world, coming together and having a good time, enjoying our hobby. I'm not going to charge my friends money to sit here and chit chat. To me, that's wrong. To me, it's impersonal. And to me, it does damage to the community. And between my club, my personal page on Facebook, my personal page here, and everything I try to do for the community, and how hard I try to work for the community, I mean, you're talking easily. If it was a job, I'd be getting paid 30 to 40 hours a week. Correct. Share it. You can't take it with us. So, I mean, if I can give somebody a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of help to move them along, get them on the right track, boom, world's a better place. I can't sit there and ask somebody to pay to sit here and chit chat with me or take my advice. I'll charge somebody if they want me to build them something. But for advice, no. My grandfather could come back from the dead and slap me silly all the way to Kingdom Come. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. But keep getting notified, so um, my friends are playing some Xbox and keep wanting me to come play, so I'm actually going to cut out for the night. I appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm going to hope to try to be on more than once in a blue moon like I've been. One of my goals was to be on religiously like once a week. I'm going to try to do it on Thursday nights unless something comes up. So again, I appreciate everybody, and I want to thank everybody. And this is Bobblehead. Yeah, we're always learning, bud. We're always learning. But this is Bobblehead from Bobblehead Scale Ride Shop saying, I'm out. I appreciate you. Have a good night.